back to round 2, and we've got a doozy, one I'm sure Jen will enjoy here. Jack C on the left playing dancers against Finn playing ninjas, 2 completely different archetypes. It's crazy. Dancers, ninjas, and I was playing monks earlier. Who would have known? So, Jen, what you're missing is end of set burnout, where everyone is just throwing whatever they can in a deck and hoping it sticks. Apparently Jack had a tremendous win in the last one against Alex, where he played 2 dancer forwards and then tapped 2 of the backups and dealt AK, which was pretty nice. So hopefully we should be on for a good one. Just waiting on Jacko to start the round, so I am still solo here for the time being, but he will be back shortly. Yeah, this dancer deck, as far as I'm aware, is primarily wind water, but obviously with the lightning Lilla set. Haven't seen anything about the ninjas though. Not sure, because I think Finn was building it pretty much just before the night started, so should be interesting. Not sure what to expect at all, to be honest. Yeah, definitely playing the lightning Lilla set. I believe he said he can only play it off of one of the other guys though, so how he's actually going to get that in the right combination, who knows. But, just waiting for the kickoff. Yeah, that's the Mayakov, that's the one. Good shout there, John. So we don't know what's happening. Could still be waiting for a couple of people to return from outside or from upstairs, who knows. Again, guys, just as a reminder, especially if you're only joining us here on YouTube, that CACTIMANIA, 7th and 8th of December, join us for the end of the year blowout, where the 1-of-1 championship title belt match is on the line. Already had a lot of verbal repartee, as we would say, between ourselves here at the Cymru Cactuars against the effervescent YYT. But I just don't think they quite understand that they're just not in it for the win this time. It will be ours. Oh yes, it will be ours. Anyone else getting wait. Oh, there we go. There's the shout. We can go, giving them the thumbs up just in case as well. Otherwise, I'm going to start throwing chairs at them. Bit of respect from both players there with a fist bump, and Jacko's back in the booth.
And we're back.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I've been back a while, but we're busy.
And I'm back.
Yeah, we're busy. We got stuff going on today.
We do indeed. Dancers versus ninjas.
Yeah.
I love how dancers what? Dancers what?
Tiny dancers.
No, it's just the apostrophe. It's like
the
dancers something?
Well, there's multiple dancers, multiple ninjas.
Yes. Why is there an apostrophe?
Because there's multiples.
Anyway.
Look, you leave it alone. It looks fine. I'll change it later.
It looks pretty. It looks pretty. Just like you.
Nah.
Anyways, so I didn't even see who's on the play, but try not to lose your nut. But Jack is playing with an unsleeved limit break deck.
It's fine,
Apparently, some of your cards are in there.
There is, and it is an ace.
Ooh.
I did give it to him sleeved, by the way.
Yeah.
He took it out.
Because Jack quite rightly says it states in the rules that your limit break deck must all be in the same sleeves or unsleeved.
Yeah.
And because they weren't all in the same sleeves, he had to have them unsleeved. So actually, respect the rules.
Just throwing this out there, a really dumb rule.
Triple discard for Gold Bears.
We are going hard.
Searching for a cost 2 character. Going for a, believe it or not, ninja.
Yeah. So, kind of expecting to see stuff like Yugiri in this. Another way again, ninjas out. Another great one is obviously we do have the option of edge in the LB by the looks of things if we're playing the lightning. It should be great. Well, I mean, technically, John, it can't be well, I suppose it can be unsleeved. Why you'd ever want to do that to yourself, though, and potentially ruin your lovely cards is beyond me. Especially seeing as though one of those out there is mine. But we'll ignore that fact for now. Jenny absolutely nailed it. Just cause you can doesn't mean you should. You know? But there we go. So, we're gone. Philo into one of the dancer backups by the looks of things. For
Jonathan's saying get told off because they said he can't have it unsleeved. Well, if Jack should be believed, if you cite the rules to the next person that tells you off, just slap the rule book in their face and go, bam.
Yeah, exactly.
Read me where it says it must be sleeved.
So 2 backups for Finn now as well. So we are pretty much matching move for move here. The only difference is Jack didn't get that amazing forward off of the bat like Golbez.
We got more to play with. Jack playing the long game. So going and playing a dancer. Shockingly, another dancer.
Yeah, interesting to see that we're including the backups, the break other backups here from Finn. Could be a way that this remains a bit competitive.
I don't know if this is any. I don't know if you've got much choice to play many other ones. Really, there's not that many backup. Although there's a lot of backup ninjas, a lot of them are just a bit mid. So this at least does something. I mean, this did see some play, or at least the Archer version of it, way back when in Opus 1. The game has come a long way since then. Going for an Irvin, so we are going to rip 2 characters. So Irvin is going to have haste and be a 9k body. In it comes.
Hey, I don't think that's a ninja.
Pew!
Never punished though. Jack hits the 6
although
drop
to be
left.
fair, that Irvin was timely because it has got rid of that Warrior of Light from the break zone. So only going to get the 1 trigger.
Yeah, but also, do we want, if we're Jacket, did we really want to give Finn back that Golbez?
I mean, it saved a point of damage. You knew Finn couldn't play it on curve that turn. Even if he wants to play it next turn, he still can't play it on curve. He's going to be like bitching 2 from hand to play it still. So I actually think it's a terrible thing bouncing that Golbez.
Well, Jack sat with a full clutch plus of cards.
Yeah, and he does have that Lillicet in hand. Really
but he does need the Markov to get it out. That is the problem.
Well, he's got the Markov in hand. So it's the card on the far left, is it not?
I can't even tell. I'm doing the lean.
I'm pretty sure it's the card next to the Lillicet as well. I believe he's repping double Markov. Trust. I think you've got double Lillicet, double Markov in hand.
Well, if that's the case, Jack is probably sitting pretty, knowing that he can do a lot here.
So, think about what we discard. So, looks like a Warrior of Light maybe going to bin here.
Yeah, I think we're probably alright on backups at this point, although maybe securing that additional dancer backup would have been an alright shout. But
and here's the Markov. Gonna get the factory play 1. Job dancer of cost 3 or less run onto the field, and here is the Lillicet.
Yeah, so Lillicet is an interesting one because I believe it's tap 4, deal 8k or something.
Yeah, and actually, do you know what's really nice is this? It says all job dancers cannot be chosen by opponent's abilities, so Finn can now not use that ninja to get rid of the dancer backups.
Yeah, this is very true.
But he could just shoot the Philo, which is probably the correct call. Anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is the Philo is only there for the water CP, which you've got plenty of, so you know that is fine. Just check the rules, says Jenny, and the auto ability of warp counter.
I think Jenny is referring to the previous game where Aquatrasi was used on the Vincent, which was correct, and we allowed it. And thank you, Jenny, for vindicating Fish on his decision.
Told you it was never going to see play. That card will never see the outside of warp. Like, it's seen inside of a sleeve, but it's never hitting the board. Never, ever, ever. It is bad.
Anyway, back to game in hand. So, this is so nice having this Lillicet set up now, because you can just, the dull one active just lets you choose one for dull it. So this Irvine is just not going to be able to attack now. Yeah. And we are going to see a ninja come down. This ninja has haste, and it's going to be a 8k body because it has 2 standard unit backups.
Yep, exactly that. Problem is though, is 8k still kind of meh. You probably let it through if you're Jack, but
looks like we've got Onion Knight Yuffie in hand, but not even a good Yuffie.
No, it's the S effect fodder, isn't it?
S effect fodder.
Yeah.
And that goal base has just gone straight to damage. So yeah, that Lillicet we can dull back up. So yeah, interesting that we're dulling the ninja. I mean, I'm assuming we just double the Irvine as well.
I
Even then, the Irvine one is not going to be able to get up to 9k.
No, exactly. So you want it to attack, so you can be like, I'm just going to block this now. Good luck.
So actually in a pretty good position.
Problem is Finn is now... He's had to get rid of the Golbez. And there is that Onion Knight.
So this is the one that is going to allow it to flicker and job change, isn't it? I believe.
This guy, I believe.
Just looking for this counter attack or block, and then you return to its owner's hand and get to play 1, cost 3 or 4 from your hand on the field.
Probably a sad thing that Jack didn't let Finn attack there, because the top card was the Kukulain, so he would have got the additional draw off it as well. But
I think I'd actually rather have the Kukulain in hand for further down the line.
You're not wrong, especially if you happen to put in some characters now into your break zone. Removing the abilities off the Irvine is never a bad thing.
So our little tiny dancer is definitely not got a tiny board or tiny hand. He's got 2 troublesome forwards.
Well, we're going to tap the 4. This is the Lilith effect, I believe.
Yeah. So that just... Is that break? Or is it damage?
Deals 8k, I believe.
8k to 2 forwards.
Yeah.
Deal 8k to all active forwards.
Wow,
yeah,
okay.
So that's going to get rid of those 2.
Does leave him kind of down, sort of defenses down a little bit here. And it looks like we got S effect leather set in hand.
It's
there.
also interesting that that's not limited to your turn, so I don't know why we wouldn't have done it in Finn's turn. I guess maybe to stop the Onion Knight being able to do its effect. So we're gonna just play a Leo here. And gonna get a draw.
Because it's strange, because Jack has Lilith for S in hand as well. He has hit a Chocobo.
So got a stacked hand. Although we now have no active dancers, so if Finn is to do something...
What would we be expecting? No, let's be honest. You got
Limit Break
ninjas.
Edge.
Yeah.
But again, that's very expensive.
So Jenny also saying Limit Break FAQ from the Limit Break rules sheet. For official tournaments, please adhere to the floor rules at the time of the event. There may be different rules regarding sleeves depending on the tournament. According to the floor rules, as of March 22nd of March 2024, sleeves must be used for the main deck and sleeves are optional for the LB deck.
So too long, didn't read. Jack is fine to not sleeve his deck.
Absolutely.
Man knows the rules.
Yep.
And Jenny, doing the God's work out there, looking up all our rules for us. You know what, Jenny? I could get used to having you around, although as much as I miss having you here in person, you've been incredibly helpful in the chat.
Exactly. Yeah. Although, to be fair, Jack has been a bit of a rules lawyer recently, because when he made his 50 forward FF8 deck, he had to know whether he could choose to go first or second after the sort of roll off or,
Yeah, because there are some card games out there where it's not a choice. Whoever wins the rule has to go first.
Well, the original rules as written that comes in the pamphlet does state you roll off and the winner goes first.
Yeah.
But in the additional rules, it does state that the winner of the roll gets to choose. So.
Right, so it looks like we've gone for a Yuri, chosen the forward ninja to get a lightning backup ninja. Probably Finn just trying to get sort of online or get his CP active. So Ninja's going to come swinging in as an 8k and Jack's just going to chop with his Leo.
Yeah, absolutely no reason not to there.
100%.
Now, in theory, Jack can kind of control the pace of the board just by simply using the Lilith effect.
He's got a King Tycoon here as well, so we can get to 5 backups if we want to as well. King Tycoon.
No, I think he's
into Lena on curve, but instead he's just
dancers.
Man wants dancers, and you know what? I don't blame him because that Lilith set favours having as many dancers as possible. And speaking of, we have a forward dancer coming onto the board as well.
Sadly, though, we're still not at 4.
Also, I love this. Of all the decks for Jack to play against, he's got this dancer which... Oh, it's categories. I thought it was jobs. I was going to say this is going to get rid of all ninjas, but actually I thought it was... I thought that it loses all its jobs, but actually it loses all its categories. So.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Edge is a good hit, though. Swinging in. and is it kind of meh?
What does this forward dancer do? So is this one that does like 1k or 2k per dancer or something of this ilk?
Do you know what's really good about this deck is being able to search for dancers and ninjas at the same time.
At the end of your turns, if dancer is dull, then you deal 2k to all forwards. I knew there was something to doing 2k across the board,
which is really good in conjunction with Lilith.
Well, yeah, because you can dull it whenever you want, so you have to wait that turn to get it dull.
John's saying time to unsleeve his LB deck.
Yeah, man. For world, you're going to Worlds as well. Definitely do it for Worlds.
Oh yeah, mate. That's on stream. Please go on stream. Unsleeved LB deck. You will be living rent free in your opponent's head, like mind games.
Absolutely. Spread the word. Get all the other European players.
So Zidane from Finn steals a Zidane from Jack.
How often have we seen this? Pretty sure we saw it last week, and we've seen it again this week. It's almost like they're magnetised to each other.
Sedans love Sedans, and no EX, and that's the searcher that Jack's been using here.
So, I mean, Jack is just sitting pretty on a ton of cards in hand.
Yeah.
4 backups to play with.
We could easily now just wipe out the 2 defenders and still deal a couple of points of damage here easily enough.
Got a lot of name clash in hand at the moment, which I guess is nice for sort of rebuilding the board.
I mean, we do have an Azura in hand. Is there anything in break that we could potentially play here?
So we're about halfway through the round now. So still tightly contested at 3-2, but you've got to feel that you favour Jack's position right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Just with Lilith online so early.
You've got the more dangerous forwards, you've got more backups, you've got more cards in hand.
I'm not going to lie. If I'm Jack here, I'm just inclined to attack him with 2 of the sort of bigger forwards. You leave Lilith active and your backups active. Maybe play...
Well, you've got Azura as one of your things.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you've got... Your world's your oyster here, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can do so much. If we can sort of get to critical mass of dancers, like 1 more dancer backup or 1 more health forward at this point.
Here comes the dancer, so hits Yuffie.
Wow,
nice,
good
another good hit. Finn, very sad to see that go.
Lilith
coming in as well, another 7k body. Finn having a bit of a thing.
It's just
no
a ninja
EX burst.
Now Jack taking the lead on the damage.
He's got 6 cards in hand, so he's...
That Lilith SS doesn't reactivate, so I'm inclined to just sort of... I suppose you could... How many can you reactivate with Azura?
2 forwards, I believe, or all of your backups.
So here's what I'm thinking. Okay, we're taking the trump there. If we could play something else, but it looks like it's a handful of summons and dual names. Maybe do we just discard for turn, Azura, reactivate, and then we just...
Yeah, or you could play a Luna Freya from break right now.
Yeah, great idea. I don't know what EXs we'd expect to hit. Lena, King Tycoon.
Or you could just play a Cloud on that Zidane, but the Zidane is sort of fine now because it's never going to attack because you're always going to dull a dancer to dull it. So
I mean, Tidus
stops him playing a new one.
Tidus is an option here.
Tidus certainly would be an option. I felt like if you're going to do that, probably would have done it main phase 1 though.
Yeah, perhaps. But the thing is, we've got all that CP just kind of sat there. And again, these dancers right now are in complete control. Yeah, we just discard a backup past him.
Discard for turn.
Wow. Now, Finn needs to be awful careful here because he doesn't know that Jack has Azura. And Jack has readied it at the front of his hand. He knows the game plan.
Well, he's got double dancer backup, so, I mean, these 2 forwards can at the very least get dulled. Because it's not limited per number of times per turn you can do the Lilith effect.
No. But we are going to have to reactivate them to get the process started.
So it looks like we're paying... the Irvine is going to come down.
Stack. Hit him with the Azura. Nuke the board. Let's go.
So it's 8k, isn't it, across the board?
Yeah, and we need to do it before the removal of the cards. And I think we're going for it.
And here it comes. So Azura is going to come down, activate Mayakov and Dancer.
Bump. And then guess what? Here's 4 coming at you. Let's deal 8 to your board.
8k I mean, the Irvine still has to choose targets because they will still get removed from game.
Yeah, so probably should have allowed it gone and told them that, but oh well.
Let's just see what happens because it's not actually cancelled the ability. So in theory,
all that happens right now is Finn is very sad. So Jack just telling him he still gets the removal, but this is just summons in there.
It looks like
there's
it's
King Tycoon and Pinello.
Yeah. Well, he can't target one of the Azuras because that was technically cast after Leviathan went on the stack.
So
I'm just going to go tell him that.
Yeah, Jacko just laying down the law there because it was cast on the stack. So Finn is going to need to pick one of the other cards in the breaksome. I would be inclined to get rid of the Pinello though, to be honest, because the Pinello actually is a dancer, but chose the Warrior Light, but that's fine. If I'm Finn now, we just cast that other Zidane and steal the other one. So close.
So that is only second cast though, isn't it? It's just Irvine and then Zidane. So
so it doesn't have haste. And that dancer probably isn't going to be all that useful to Finn, other than it just being a body, but it's not a particularly big one.
Well, also it's Portia, right? So actually, it's quite useful in regards to is a named dancer that Jack hasn't got access to yet. So we're just going to play the Nyx.
I mean, it's big. It ain't enough though.
And then we got pass the turn. So.
Man, these dancers putting in some work here against these ninjas.
So it looks like another dancer. Looks like a full art one as well at the back there. Is that? No.
No, wind.
That's the Matoya one, isn't it? So I've got Matoya. Jack is really testing my knowledge. I don't know what any of these dancers do.
That's what Jenny's here for. She loves her dancers. She had her deck running for a while.
We've got 10 minutes left of the round, so plenty of time to play for. I'll be surprised if this game does go to time.
Yeah, I think Jack might have lethal here. If done correctly. I'm not quite sure if I'm seeing a way around a 9k next though.
Well, you just dull it. You tap one dancer back up to dull Nyx, tap the other dancer back up to dull Zidane, and just attack with 3 things.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Rather than doing the full sort of 8k board.
Yeah.
Unless Jack's got some crazy way.
And then, if you really want to, you can then, if you don't want to leave that many forwards dull, you can then Chocobo your Makiov or whatever it is to your hand, and then play it, and then play that and Matoya.
Yeah, well, it looks like Jack has taken a page right out of the Jacko playbook. And here we go, Dancer going in, damage 5, no EX.
So it is EX,
it is
Mana,
sorry.
So we're going to be able to search a ninja and add it to hand.
Yeah, don't think that's really going to help you, unless by some miracle he survives at damage 6.
There's Yuffie. But again, this Yuffie is a dead card, because before you get a chance to attack and make it untargetable, Lilithette will just dull it.
Yeah. The only thing he's probably thinking is maybe EX burst, S effect, but I don't think we're going to see that end of the game.
So Lilithette,
another edge.
And
that is it.
That doesn't belong there.
Wow.
There's the Agiri.
Jack with the dancers doing the work.
Yeah, and he had the Matoya in hand. Just explain. I think he was probably desperate to play it, but just talking him through. So
we might have time for an interview. Not quite sure, but we will see what we need to do in the background, guys. If not, though, we will be back with you with round 3. Oh, we are back with the winner of, I guess, dancing through round 2 there.
I'm on this side of the desk.
So, dancers, what inspired you for that one?
I'm really bored.
A lot of people are, yeah.
I had one deck through 2 sets, pretty much, as you know, and have probably seen on here a couple of times, so just back to experimenting, trying a different deck each week.
Yep. Well, we saw you kind of hit the nuts right off the bat. Plenty of dancer backups, both Markov and Lilithette.
As soon as I saw both in hand, it was like, cool, I'll take this as slow as I need to just get this online.
We also saw you have both another one in hand, right?
Yes, yeah. I ended up drawing another Mayakov, and I was like, "That's fine." And then I drew the other Lilizet, and I was like, "Yeah, we're fine. I don't think I can really lose at this point."
No, exactly. Is there anything that you're particularly worried about when you're at that sort of board state?
With what I had in hand that game, no. If I don't have the extra ones, it's kind of like a Shantoto or a Demon can do a real number, because although Lilizet's S can save her, or can save one forward depending on how many you've got in hand, you're not saving all of them. Yeah. So,
well, it felt like you were kind of, even if that were the case, not that we were expecting to see that with ninjas, but you had like Chocobo.
I had Chocobo, QQ Lane, and the S effect ready in hand, so it was kind of like, yeah, I've always got this. The Asuro, I was really tempting what to do with it, because I was tempting to just say, I'm going to reactivate the ninja to kill that, or just save it to do the swing and then attack.
I think you absolutely played the sort of best there. Was there any particular reason the first time you did the sort of tap for effect with Lilizet? Is there any reason you didn't kind of wait till, if you knew you weren't attacking, wait till your opponent's turn?
I just wanted it gone in case there's anything else that comes in to work with those or buff them, because I knew at that point in time, with the hand size that Finn had, there was no way that anything was going to buff up enough.
Sure.
Because I don't know what the ninja cards do. I don't know if there's one that's going to be like, they all gain 2k for a turn, and go, oh, I can't board wipe them.
Man, even Jacko was struggling with ninjas. He was like, oh, no.
The biggest issue for me now, which I realised in the first round, is Lilizet specifically damages all active forwards.
Oh, is that including your own?
Not just opponents.
Oh.
So I was sat there at one turn going like, no, I have to dull all my forwards, but that means I can't swing. So I was like, I'm trying to work out how to get around this, which I think is why you've got so many other dancers that when you play them in your main two, reactivate. Or you do that effect and then you play them, and because there's some that like you choose 2 characters to activate, and there's another one that you choose 3 characters to activate. So I think the point is you do it, play those, reactivate them all, and then you get a turn of swinging. But yeah, it definitely reads a bit annoyingly.
Hey, well, you managed to see it through. So yeah, that's it. I mean, is there anything like changes wise that you can even think for this deck at the moment? Or?
So the initial one I saw, that I was talking to some, I think they're Americans, because it was on the main FF Discord, and it was a tri-element one because there was Earth in there as well, because obviously Tyro and Shantoto mean you can kind of play the Lilizet whenever you want to, and you get more like coverage in that way. But I looked at it, and then I looked at some other dancer lists, and I kind of went, yeah, I think I just want to run dual element and just have Lilizet be, if it goes off, it goes off.
Well, you're doing well with it so far.
And then Wind's a Dane, because if you're playing Wind, I think it has to go in the deck.
Oh, the irony being though that
so mine, yeah. So mine, yeah. That happened in my first round as well.
If he'd have done it with one, played your one and then stole another one, I'd have laughed so hard. But, well, congratulations on the victory. What's that, 2 wins now?
2 wins. Yeah. So, weirdly, a dancer's list I thought was going to get absolutely run over.
What was it? So, we monks when I was playing them, now dancers and ninjas.
Yeah.
Standard units making a comeback, folks. Stay tuned. But, guys, we will be back with round 3 shortly.